Yo, what's going on, everybody? Oh man, I was about to say Tuesday. Happy Sunday. If you're Italian, you're probably not in here right now because of the Euro Cup. If you're from Argentina, well, we're not going to talk about you. Unfortunately, that's how we do when we're from Uruguay. But what's going on, everybody? Weekend full of just crazy sports stuff, right? We got NBA Finals, Wimbledon final, Djokovic winning, probably the GOAT. Yeah, I said it. Italy. The streets around me right now, some streets are blocked off because the Italians are going crazy. All right. They took over Niagara Falls. You can't move in Niagara Falls. There's many videos in Niagara Falls about these Italians. You can't move. So, yeah, it's just crazy over here. But, they're everywhere. So it is what it is. But, yeah, enough of the sports talk. Let's get it on. New comic book day, Spec news. We got a lot to talk about, a lot to cover. We got Loki, Black Widow. We're going to have to wait because Newbie has not seen it. So we'll talk about Black Widow a little bit later. But, so we got lots to talk about. We got Loki. We got our predictions for Loki. We got new comic book day, things like that. So it's going to be a busy show. Also, I want to let everybody know we have a special guest joining the crew weekly every Sunday. I don't want to hear anybody say, is this Hyper's replacement? It's not a replacement. He's going to be on when Hyper eventually comes back, so, don't look at it as a replacement. All right. First up, I got to bring my guy. And if you guys didn't, if you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you guys go do so. Mondays, 7 p.m. Previously on, we got our boy Dan De La Torre, who's going to be on his show tomorrow. Who I'm talking about? I'm talking about FaceTime. What's up, man?
What's going on, bro? So you're going to talk about all the sports and the weird leg shit that y'all got going on up there, but you ain't going to mention Conor McGregor?
Oh, dude. I got no time for that guy, man. I lost so much respect for that guy.
Well, he's got all the time in the world right now.
Oh, yeah, probably. But he's probably at a hospital right now. So.
Yeah, he's chilling, man. That was gnarly.
It was nasty. I got the video sent to me. I didn't even have to order the fight. I got it sent to me, and I was like, "Ooh."
I think that was pretty much everybody's reaction.
Dude, it is what it is. Like, I don't like when they go too personal. Like, I respect the trash talking, but like he kind of crossed a few lines there. So that's why I was like, man, you know what? Like, there are some things that like you just don't talk about.
Right. It was kind of like a karma.
His wife and like murdering, like all that stuff. But yeah. It's just like off, it is what it is, man. But yeah, so
I mean, if you are gonna go personal, you got to go like real outside the fucking box and like pull a Tyson and tell him you're gonna eat his kids or something.
Yeah, and you got to make sure you win. That's the key.
That too.
Like,
although I don't know. I can't remember who Tyson said that to. He may have ended up eating his ear. I don't know. I'm
gonna eat your heart. I'm gonna eat your children. I'm gonna eat. I forget who it was, but yeah. Yeah, it is crazy. So yeah, Face, we got to introduce, a fellow Canadian. So, big shout outs to the Canadians. We got another one lined up. However, I want to warn everybody. He is repping some Italian in him. So his voice is a little gone from yelling from 4 p.m. until about now. So, kind of what Face did last week. Let's just, hopefully he doesn't need anything, but let's bring in our new guest who's going to be joining us. From what I understand, Sundays and Tuesdays, but life happens crazy, so let's appreciate him while he's on. But it is none other than Face. You want to do a drum? Do you want to announce it? What do you want to do?
Yeah, sure. It's Black Crown. I ain't doing no drum roll though.
What is up, guys? I appreciate that silent drum roll, guys. Thanks. That was awesome.
Dude, I tried, man. But
man, it was a maximum effort, bro. Maximum effort.
It's Face. But yeah, so welcome. This is BC's first time on the New Comic Book Show. If you missed it, he was on. He was on Tuesday's show. He was on Tuesday's show, and he'll be joining us for the foreseeable future. Hopefully, he sticks around long enough to, be witness to a few characters that I create in my own Newbie-verse. But, we'll go from there.
See, that's what it is right there. Hyper is going to wait until he gets one less, and then he's going to make his dramatic comeback. so the BC doesn't, get more characters than Hyper.
There you go.
God, yeah. So it's gonna be a fun show. But I'm excited to get to it because there's a lot to talk about. I'm excited to talk about Loki. I do want to get to reminding everybody about my pick that is a dark horse, and I keep seeing people post this book, and I keep trying to tell them, yo, go back like 5 weeks ago when I said, make sure you go pick this book up. It could be it. So, it is what it is. Kid collector, you're crazy. Save your money, man. Go to college, get a 9-to-5, buy a Porsche, buy all the comics, man. You're not late, but thank you. Appreciate that, man. If you guys don't know already, Kid Collector's got his own YouTube channel. Go check it out. I believe he is like 3 short of 400. So that's a big accomplishment. Keep it up, brother.
Sure.
Let's get it started, guys. We got a few friends to talk about, and then we can roll on with the show. First up, Big B Comics, 3 stores, 1 in Hamilton, 1 in Niagara, 1 in Barrie. If you're in Barrie, I'm coming for you because things are opening up. I got a day off coming in like a week or 2, so I'm going to be making my way to Barrie because I want to see this store. It's got a lot of big books there, so I'm interested to see what they have. But make sure you guys go check out their eBay. Make sure you go check out their Insta and Facebook, all right? Next up, next up, we've got my guy, Mr. J, Bleecker Street Comics. He's in the chat right now. What's going on, man? If you guys are in Southern Ontario, in the Niagara region, make sure every Sunday you guys tune in and go to the flea market. He's got a big booth there. That sounds really weird. He's got a booth there with a lot of comics. Use code word Newbie Comics #1 if you go on the website. He's got over 3,000 books. Make sure you guys go check him out. Go talk to him about his pressing, his cleaning, all that stuff. And finally, we got Shape State Creative. Go talk to Derek if you're looking for a logo, intro, whatever the case may be. If you want to do this YouTube thing or anything, stickers, whatever, make sure you guys go tell him that Newbie sent you. You guys will get taken care of properly. All right. Whew. People are always like, man, you drink a lot. Like I got water before it was Corona. Now it's a bit more water and stuff. But like when you're talking and going, like the throat just gets so dry.
I feel you, man.
You. All right. Let's go say hello to the chat before we get the show started. And let's roll, man. I'm ready to go. Gold medals going out to Bleecker. Jay, I just talked about you. What's up, brother? Lasso. What's going on, man? Sam, what is happening? Our eBay tour. Sam does a lot of work. When we say a book and a price, he's usually up to date with it. Because again, guys, the presentations and the prices of books sometimes are a few days before. Things change. Tim, what's going on, man? A fellow Canadian, Mr. Sith Lordy, what is going on? I got a big announcement to make. Sith is actually going to be joining our show next Tuesday. So make sure you guys go tune in for that. Yeah, he's going to be on it. So, make sure you guys are tuning in for that. But that's next Tuesday. Not this Tuesday. Next. Comic Dude, what's happening, man? I never can butcher Comic Dude's name, man. I used to call him –
what do you mean you can never? You used to all the time.
Like, I butcher it all the time. So now I'm like – I see it, and I'm like, okay, I have to make sure I say it right. Miguel, what's happening, brother? Made to last. Yeah, all right. I'm hoping that's about Italy or Argentina. I don't know. What's going on? Just Cruise, what's happening, man? Bloop. Man, there's a lot of Canadians in the house, so welcome. 1, 2, 3, Ready Comics. What's happening, man? Spider Comics. Chef is one of my favorite people to chat with. Zen, what's happening, man? Dun, 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 dun. Dan, speaking of previously on, tomorrow, 7 p.m., you want to talk comics, knowledge, Dan will be on FaceTime's channel with BC and with Mr. Key Issues. Don't forget him. We got John. Let's get it started. Kid Collector, of course. You're too nice, brother. You're too nice. Serge, hello, gentlemen. How you doing today? I'm doing well, man. Thank you. Nowhere Bound. What's happening, man? Sith, great show last night. Hey, Dan. Hey, Kid Collector. And all. What's going on, man? So we got a lot of people in the house. A lot of people, if you're just listening, if you got us on the back, whatever the case may be, checking the rewind. Hey, welcome. So you guys know how it is. New comic book day, comic news. We're going to talk Loki, and then we're going to finish it off with Spec. We're going to talk about Tuesday's show, and then we have a few announcements to make because we're making some changes to the Sunday lineup, Sunday show. So tune in for that. Fox Crown's in here. What's up, man? Spidey Hunter. What's up, man? Appreciate you stopping by. One of the nicest guy in comics, Mr. Anthony Streetside. What's happening, man? If you're ever in New York, make sure you hit him up. Go check out his his spot. Everybody, it's almost like a landmark to go. You go to the Statue of Liberty, you go to Madison Square Garden, you got to go check out Anthony. That's kind of how you have to do it. But yeah, so let's get it started. Got a new setup for you. Let me know how you guys like it, but we're trying to get it so we get more news out there. We talk about, more of the show and things like that, okay? So let's get it started. I need somebody else to talk because, I'm just going crazy here.
This is great. I like when you keep saying, let's get it started.
Yeah, dude. I'm always excited, man, because there's so many different parts that I like, to talk about. So, it is what it is. But we're going to start off with New Comic Book Day. So hopefully the popcorn is warm. The Coronas are rolling. And, you put your Italy flags down for a minute. And let's talk comics. So New Comic Book Day. First up, you guys know we have to talk about Image. Well, we don't have to. We want to. Face BC. Usually I ask this, but do you guys feel like it is a big week, a light week? Where you guys at with this week on New Comic Book Day?
You know what? This is a light week for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, same. I would say it's pretty light.
Yeah, I agree.
I think there's
two
two
books
that I get heavy on, but yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's 2 to 3 books that are probably big ones. In my opinion, it's Ha Ha, the second print of Web of Spider-Man, and then probably Mass Bunny too. Those 3, big time. So
Mass Bunny.
Is it
That's definitely a newbie verse convey.
Oh man, I forget what it is, man.
Bunny Mask.
Bunny Mask.
Come on.
That would be.
Yo, let him have his moment. Let it just roll, bro.
Yeah, dude. Fucking Keys already roasted me on nice house on the hill or whatever. So
yo, that was solid.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Dude, he comes up with that shit so quick. You mess up just for a second, and he's got an image up. So it's dangerous sometimes. But
I definitely want to see the Mass Bunny. Captain Carrot's sidekick.
Well, first up, we got Ha Ha number 6. 3 covers.
Yo.
Got cover A, cover B, cover C. Face. The Dr. Seuss ones are usually the ones. I think that cover B is probably going to be the winner in this one, correct?
Yeah, the Dr. Seuss covers tend to do pretty well for, these type of series. They did pretty well on the Ice Cream Man. This is the last issue for the miniseries, I believe, and the crossover issue with Ice Cream Man. So there's actually a couple other covers that will be pretty big winners, but they're more on the side of the exclusive covers. So
yeah.
I find all 3 covers to be absolutely solid. Sincerely.
Yeah.
I don't know if
grabbing all of them definitely.
Yeah, did you guys have a chance to check out the actual preview and see who made an appearance in there?
No.
Yes.
Do you want to say it?
No. Go ahead.
So it's crazy because I was reading through the preview and you see it kind of ties into a scene where Joaquin Phoenix is in there. So
come on, man.
No, it's dope, man. So I really think you guys should. I'm gonna read the hell out of this one first. I think it's my first read of the week.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one, so.
Yep.
First appearance of Joaquin Phoenix in a comic? I mean, I think that's got
to be.
Well, because, they're doing the correlation with the Joker.
Yeah, man.
The clown, so.
Yeah.
If you have a chance, check out the preview. It's pretty cool.
I was going to stop picking it up to trim down. Hey, I'm doing that. I've done that with a lot of covers, or a lot of stories, rather.
This is the last one.
5, but not in love
Unless
anymore.
they extend it again, or who knows?
Yeah, I gotta say though, that cover A it's kind of like what they usually go for. I feel like I've seen that cover.
Ice Cream Man.
Yeah, Ice Cream Man. That's what I was thinking. I was like, wait, I've seen this cover before, but where? I couldn't think of it. Yeah, that Ice Cream Man one. It should garner a few bucks. I mean, those Dr. Seuss usually make it to that $20, $25, sometimes $30 range Wednesday afternoon. So, I mean, if it's there and you want to make a few bucks, I mean, you guys always know I say capitalize on it. Let the hobby pay for itself. Why not? I mean, if you're not going to be in love with it, but it's there, you know, sometimes the universe works in mysterious ways. You go in the shop, there's a book there. So, you know, but I'm not going too heavy on it. The only one I got was the cover beat. That's it.
Yeah, I went one cover each. If I'm not mistaken, I think the cover A it pays homage to the Ice Cream Man simply because this is where the character stems from, if I'm not mistaken. So, I think it's cool that they actually did that for the final issue. And like I said, that little guest appearance in this issue, I think is going to be cool to read. But I'm not going heavy either.
No, like Face said though, like there's going to probably be a lot of exclusives that will garner a lot more money and a lot more eyes, but like I'm not into that game, man. So
yeah, it can be a tough one to, you know.
Did you only get these 3 Face, or did you get to?
No, I got a few exclusive of the exclusives that I like too.
Of course you did.
Well, you know, they were dope.
Hey, get what you love, right? Or in Face's case, you know, get everything.
Quite everything, man.
Everything. So.
It's not that bad.
Face, this is a story, or a series rather. I keep saying story. Series that you were, you know, from the start you were pretty big on, but it's Silver Coin number 4. Same. I feel like this story has gone really quick. Like, are they coming out every week? I don't pay too much attention to it. But is it coming out every week?
No, I don't think it's every week.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like we just talked about number 1 not too long ago, so I'm just kind of like, whoa, already at number 4.
You know, time moves quick in comics, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've rotated through a couple different writers on this, and I think I'm not sure who's writing this one actually offhand.
It's Chip.
Is this Lemire?
What did you say, BC? Chip?
I think the first one was Chip, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the first one was Chip Zdarsky.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I'm not on this, so like you know.
But I'm kind of confused because Face, I don't know if you're up to date with this one, right?
Yeah.
So every issue, like example, the first issue was an immediate sell for me simply because it's like music, comics. It is what it is. Right. It's like Hyper with his connecting covers, but but long story short,
hey, don't get us started with connecting covers. Don't get us started.
But anyways, so every issue you see someone's story with this silver coin, right? But like in the last issue, you see the coin actually be handed off to someone who seems to have like further info on this coin. So I'm curious to see what this one's going to be about.
Yeah, there's it's like it kind of, like I said, I think it was like the last issue that it came out. It kind of reminds me a little bit of a Vertigo title that came out back in the day called 100 Bullets. There was kind of the same type of thing. Except it was a gun that gets, you know, passed on and, you know, everything like that. But it's sort of like anthology stories. But eventually they are kind of all interconnected, and you do find out, you know, more info and everything like that. So, you know, getting towards the end of the miniseries, we're going to start learning some more of the stuff behind it, I think.
Yep.
Big shout out to Justin at No Good Comics. He just joined us. What's happening, brother? He's got a lot of great stuff on his show. He does his, you know, if you follow him on IG, he's got his like pick 3 comics, and he does the interviews, the origin stories on Saturdays. And he just did something. Oh shoot, what was it? I just seen it. Usually Hyper's like right on it with everything, so I apologize, but Justin's everywhere. He's got a lot going on, so make sure you guys go tune in. No Good Comics.
Yo, no lies. Because of him, every time I walk in a shop, I'm like, shit, which 3 comics would I leave with?
Right?
Yeah.
Face, I don't even think you can play that game.
Sure I can. Why not?
All right, we're switching gears here. Still Image, but we're shifting gears because we are on the Curse number 1. You know, I kind of like those not colorful, because I'm not like neon colored, but like that number 1 right there on the left, that cover A. I really like that cover. Like it's just kind of cool art. You know, if you didn't know that it was a comic, right? I actually said this, I think it was yesterday or today, but I was like, that's something that you could see at like an IKEA or something. And like, even if I had it like on a table and you didn't know that it was a comic, it could pass for like nobody would think twice, right? They'd be like, oh, that's kind of cool, whatever. But I really like the covers. I'm going to be checking this one out. I don't know why. I kind of like it. The art's got me already, so I'm checking it out.
Yep.
Yeah. I actually don't know anything about the previous series, but yeah, I do like both these covers, so I'm gonna definitely grab it and check it out. I know there are some series that are that I guess prior to this, but whatever. I guess this will be a good jumping on point.
I actually read up on what it's about, and like when I saw the cover A, it's kind of funny because in Italian, that cover, the eye is considered the evil eye. We call it the malocchio, so it's kind of cool. I think using the evil eye when you curse someone, I think that's the route they went. I want to say that's the route they went, just so I'm a little more proud when I pick it up. But
it makes sense when you think about it. It kind of it makes sense the way you describe it. So
yep, but I'm definitely grabbing it.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, I'm not thinking like I always say. I'm like, is this going to be $1,000 book? No, like don't stack this book thinking it's going to be $1,000 book. No. I know everybody is always like, oh, this is going to be the next Something's Killing the Children. I mean, could it? Who knows? Will it? Who knows? But that's what you do, right? You grab what you think. I'm grabbing a copy of each. I think I only have the cover A, but if I got the other one, if the other one's there, I'm definitely going to grab it. I kind of like both covers, to be honest, so it's a grab for me. Yeah.
The cover B gives me the butterfly effect feel too.
Dude, that's what I was just gonna say. I'm like the butterfly effect, that movie, it's kind of got that vibe. So yeah. And again, dude, if it's a terrible book and it's garbage, I mean, I'll just throw it on a table or something. It'll look cool because again, not a lot of people who don't know comics are gonna be like, oh, is that a comic? So it is what it is.
Newbie. Since you mentioned Something Is Killing the Children, I'm going to sidetrack us for a second, especially since there's no Something Is Killing the Children coming out this week.
Oh shit!
I guess you guys heard the news as far as the writers.
Yeah, man.
And
you mean that rumor that was going around like a year and a half ago? The rumor that Superman and Jack Bolo talked about in the book, like $25. Oh, you mean when they made that press release on April 19th saying that it was confirmed? Oh, you mean when they
we know that. We know that.
Oh, okay. No, I just wanted to make sure because a lot of people.
There was an announcement. Yeah, there was an announcement about the writers and everything. But I honestly don't know how to feel about like Something That's Killing Children being on Netflix to begin with, man. Like shows just don't last more than fucking 2 or 3 seasons on there.
Yep.
So I heard this craziness of somebody saying like, sell it because like there's no way they're gonna kill children on Netflix or anything like that. First of all, they've done way crazier shit on Netflix. Do they have to kill and slaughter kids? No, but they can do it different ways depending on the rating it'll get and everything like that. So
yeah,
for the information and people to be going around saying, oh, they're going to be killing children, so sell it, it's a terrible investment. I mean, people were saying that when the book was $40 too.
It may not be over the top with brutality or anything like that, but yeah, I don't foresee them having. I
think it's going to be a success, to be honest with you. And
I think it will too. Like I said, my concern would be, after that second or third season, what Netflix does. But on the other hand,
prequels though, dude, you could. Well, no,
the problem is because Netflix just doesn't produce shows for longevity. It seems, so if it keeps going on, I mean, there's a lot more story they could tell. But I guess there's still the possibility that another channel or whatever streaming service could pick it up at that point, I guess. So absolutely.
So I don't know. I just think it's bogus when people are saying like sell it right now. I mean, let's face it. The way the thing works is, why wouldn't you? If you were holding the book, until now anyway. Why wouldn't you wait until there's
Just
like
hold.
an image or there's a trailer, there's something, man? You're just gonna double your money anyway, right? So
Yep.
I don't know. Just be careful. Just be careful, people. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
All right.
I agree.
We are gonna go to IDW, and we've got Kanto. I hate talking about Kanto because I missed out on a Kanto 1 for $5, which my boy Key Issues grabbed, but that's another story. We've heard that story many times. But we've got Kanto 3, issue number 1.
Yeah, I'm definitely jumping on this one. Hyper got me on this, and
Same.
I've been enjoying Kanto, so picking it up. I'm not really sure what direction they're going with this storyline exactly. I can't remember the synopsis right offhand, but yeah, it's fucking Kanto, man. It's dope. So
No, we're not on the second book. Man, get out of here.
We might
Kanto's
be.
just been super popular, man. So like, why not keep picking it up though, right? Like that's.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to put it in the same category as Star Wars because like even though Star Wars has been hot for 6 months, it seems people still pick up every issue. Kanto, I just feel like it's one of those things that you should probably continue picking up because it's probably going to fall suit into probably one of those titles that's going to be up next for development, or we're going to be seeing something. I mean, I think it's already been confirmed.
Yeah, I think they've
animated series. No?
Animated, yeah.
Yo,
Yep.
I honestly want to see this as a video game. I think it would be sick.
Right?
Yep, 100%. But right, I'm still reading the City of Giants there.
Yeah.
That one I'm on issue 2. I think issue 3 just dropped not too long ago.
Yep.
But this is a definite pickup. Hyper got me on it as well. I actually recently, I don't know, don't ask me how, but some guy actually sold me Kanto number 1 first print for $1, dude.
Wow.
I swear to God. Yeah,
wow,
this was less than,
that story.
no, this was less than like 3-4 months ago too. I was like, "You sure?" He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I don't want it." I'm like, "Cool."
Oh yeah, you're gonna have to tell Keys that story.
Did you throw him a toonie at least and just told him like to keep it, or did you give him a loony?
No, I gave him that loony, bro. Nice and proud. It's like, here, fuck, take it.
Dude, sometimes when I feel like if the Americans don't know what a toonie is or a loony, it's the coin. It's a $2 coin, $1 coin. Because I have heard people say like, "Hey, man, I didn't know what you meant by toonie or loony." That's what I mean. Yeah. Sometimes when I feel like I have a good deal though, like I'll throw like an extra. So like if somebody's like, "Hey, I'll give it to you for like $10," I'll just be like, dude, I only got 20, so keep it. Because then that way, like my conscience feels like better, I guess.
You guess.
So I don't know, man. I just I don't know. But
I just gave him my change, bro.
$1, shit, man. And we got a lot of change here with our nickels, our dimes, our quarters, and stuff. So fuck. All right, Hyper's not here, but nevertheless, we still are going to be talking about Turtles. We got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 119.
Mm-hmm.
That Eastman cover is really dope.
Yep.
Yeah, the one on the right.
Yeah, I mean, again, this week the Eastman cover for me is the winner. This is basically showing, I guess, this sort of the future of the Turtle Clan, even though that's mostly weasels.
Yeah.
I'm
not going to bet on it. If it's there, that Eastman one, I'll probably pick it up. I usually go based on what Hyper's, opinions are, because he is the turtle guy. So like usually, he gives us the information of like, hey, this is a grab, this is a must. So
yeah, Hyper's opinion is to pick it up too.
Yep.
Yeah. I know he's picking it up.
We were actually just talking about it not too long ago.
Yeah.
So if it's here, I'll grab it. But I didn't pull this one. I didn't ask them to pull it. So
I actually went bin diving this weekend with Hyper.
Yo, thanks for the invite.
Yeah, dude, get in your car yesterday. But he actually found a stack of TMNT 101, the Eastman. So we got to leave with one. He left with 9 of them. But yeah, he was telling me, because I haven't been reading the recent issues. I stopped off at, I think it was 116, and apparently there's
116.
Yeah, the one big bad.
Yeah. Wow, that was a shitty issue to stop grabbing them.
No, I'm still grabbing them. I haven't been I haven't
Okay.
caught up on the story, but
I was like, damn, man, you missed
yeah, no.
$122.
I've been collecting the run, so that's fine, and trying to pick up on back issues that I totally missed. But
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, he was mentioning that one of the most big bads is back. So
Yeah.
Not
Tim,
gonna spoil it.
It's a different take, but yeah.
Yeah.
Tim, it was actually because I got asked by Sandy, I got asked by a few people in the area. Dude, I went probably on the worst day possible. So Wes wasn't there.
Is there a bad day to go shopping for comics?
Yeah, because this warehouse, what's it called? There was only one guy there, and because it was so big, the downstairs wasn't open, and the slab room was not open because they like turned the place up. So you literally only had like the front, which is like usually kind of like their more expensive ones, but like there were so many people there that a lot was picked through. I wanted to go downstairs because like downstairs is everything for $1. And that's where you find your gold, dude. So it's kind of upset. It is what it is. Newbie, where's my warehouse invite? Dude, I was already in the area for work. I just thought, I'm going to look at that. We talked turtles and our guy shows up. So
he smelled the pizza, man. He smelled that pizza.
He did.
FYI, the 1 in 10 for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 119 is pure fire. I think that's biased. He always says that, though. He always says that. So it is what it is. But yeah, welcome, Hype. Yeah, we'll see. All right. Boom Studios, you're up next. We're probably going to get 100,000 covers of this, but we got Berserker #1, 5th printing. After 3rd printing, I'm kind of like over it. But we got the 5th printing. I mean, if it's making money, why not? I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't pull this. I'm not grabbing it. I could care less for it. Keanu or not Keanu, don't care. Not grabbing it.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I got like the other 4. I might as well pick up one if they got it at the shop. But yeah, other than that.
Yeah, I'm with Face. I'm with Face on that one. I got lucky enough to get all 4 because it was kind of difficult. But if there's one of the 5th print, fine. But I feel like Boom I don't know if we blame Boom fully, but I feel like they pissed off people with that whole 2nd and 3rd print. So I don't know how people are going to feel come 5th print.
I think there's going to be more prints to it. Like I would not be surprised. They've gone this far. Why not? They've put out 154 million different covers. So why not put one extra? You know what I mean? Especially if people are buying it. And it works because you just proved it. Both of you just proved it. Oh, well, I got 1 to 4. The 5th one, I might as well grab it. So if they come out with a 6th one, you guys are going to say the same thing. Well, I got 1 to 5, so I might as well get 6, right? And until they see those numbers,
until they do a shitty cover, and then I'll be like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah. To me, it just seems like most of these covers are kind of the same. Like I look at this one, and I'm like, I feel like they already did this one with like a great one. So
and there was a lot.
We'll see. I don't know. I was, we were all there when this one came out. I was at Can Comics with Key Issues when this came out. I mean, we all thought like in our area it was going to be sold out, and there was like tons of these. So it is what it is.
Oh, wait, people thought it was going to be sold out? Didn't they say they printed 600,000 of them or some shit?
Yeah, but like a lot of the different copies when it first came out, a lot of people, like you guys got to remember, we only got like 125,000 people in our area, right? So there's a lot of people in the sense of like smaller communities going to shop. You're full, but you don't have enough where people are going to go and like no shop was going to get like every cover, every 10 copies of it. It just doesn't happen around here. You have to be on your game. You have to order way ahead of time. If not, you're kind of out of the game.
Yep.
Because you've heard Keys say so many times in our private chats where, we're talking about books and it's like, oh yeah, we didn't get that one. Our shop didn't get it, or things like that. So
yeah, that's true. You guys like
white. Sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Well,
What?
fucking no shops got that. They all went to eBay.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were just randomly saying white. I was like, what the?
No, man. The book, white, number 1.
Oh, fuck. And I'm not even drinking Coronas, man. But
Yeah.
all right. Yeah. All right. We got to talk about these fellas right here. Mighty Morphin number 9. Face. I don't know if you know, but I'm assuming you do. But isn't there something important happening in this book? I could be wrong.
I mean, it's hard to say. There could be, depending on how the story plays out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
I'm not picking it up. I'm not. I like Power Rangers growing up, but like as an adult, nothing against them. I'm over it. Like the last thing Power Rangers that I was into was like Power Rangers Turbo or Power Rangers Space. So
yeah, it's actually an interesting storyline because so what's going on right now is basically that Lord Zed has essentially taken over Angel Grove, encased in a dome or something like that, and the Power Rangers were trapped outside for a little bit. But when they got inside the dome, it was not at all like what they thought. Lord Zed was actually he was really good at being in charge. All of his like monsters and everything like that were helping to protect the city and like essentially play the role of like the Power Rangers or superheroes or whatever. So yeah, it almost kind of made it like sort of like the Rangers are the bad guy, but at the end, they run into Zed, of course, and he tells them basically he'll give them Angel Grove back for Zordon, and that's where you're left with the cliffhanger from last issue.
Dude, if you want to have some fun, go back and watch that first Power Rangers movie. I don't know why. It's just so funny to me. Yeah, it's so funny to me, dude.
Wow.
Like Adam,
the best fucking movie ever.
Adam, why are you sad? I'm a frog. Well, frogs are cute. Oh, okay. And he's like pumped about it. I'm like, dude, are you serious? Like, okay. If that's the first worry of you, like, fuck, man. But, yeah. We'll see.
Yeah.
I know Mr. Key Issues is still on, but we got 7 Secrets 10.
Sorry. We forgot to mention. I don't know if you guys know this though about the Mighty Morphin number 9, but there's a like FOC variant. I don't know what it is like. I don't know. Well, I know what it looks like. Like I have a picture if you guys want to see it, but I don't know what it takes to get one. So I'm just saying keep an eye out on it because it's actually a beautiful cover with the Green Ranger on it. Like here, I'll just put it up there.
Oh, I've seen that one, dude. Yeah. I've seen that one. I don't know what you have to do to.
Same. But if you see it in a shop, grab it. I don't think there's gonna be many of them.
Yeah, Uncanny Swag. Yeah, Power Rangers Turbo, bro.
Turbo.
It was a movie. That one was pretty funny too. I mean, you got like they have like a 5-year-old younger than the teenagers being the Blue Rangers. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was retarded.
Yeah, that was All right, 7 Secrets number 10. Is this it? Is it done at 10? I don't know. I'm not following this. I'm not on it.
No, this is ongoing, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, it's ongoing.
Yeah, I'm going for that cover B.
I'm pretty much grabbing every main cover that's out there.
Are they still doing them?
I love this series. Do what?
They still doing the poly bags?
Not for this one.
No. Yeah, they only did that for the
reveal
issues. But yeah, like it's a great story, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's sort of like all over the place, I guess. It started off kind of feeling like a bit of like sort of like assassins and spies and shit like that, and it took like a real left turn into like the realm of the fantasy and magical and everything like that. And the extra dimensional, and yeah, it's a really cool series. Tom Taylor's writing it, so it's definitely a solid read.
Decor was saying that he didn't know where it was available, and I guess Comic Dude told him YouTube. So yeah, definitely check out that. I think the movie came out in 90, 96, 97, somewhere around there. So
he may have been meaning that FOC variant for the Power Rangers. I'm not sure.
No, he was talking about the show. You were talking about
I don't know.
Yeah, no. He even said thanks to Comic Dude for letting him know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right. Switching gears to Marvel, we got a series that's probably going to have 10 or 12, maybe even more. But we got Sinister War #1. Dr. Octopus is back, and the Sinister War has begun. I think this is going to go into that market phase that we kind of, you like. I'm not so much of a fan of, but that exclusive stuff. There's probably going to be 1 or 2 exclusives that's going to be the winner for this. Yeah. Nevertheless, there was like 3 or 4 covers that previews had. This one, I think, you're going to be fine finding a copy. It's just going to be, if you're going after that cover or the winner of it, you might be a little behind if you haven't already ordered it.
I mean, mostly with exclusives, I tend to jump on like horror type of stuff. That's the one that I grab for like exclusive. Every now and then I'll grab some Marvel and DC shit or some off the wall Image stuff, but mostly I stick with horror for my exclusives. Mm-hmm. But yeah, there's a shit ton of fucking variants coming out for this for sure. I'm not even sure which ones. When I was looking at it, man, I didn't even go through it to see which ones are ratios or which ones are exclusives. I'll take a look at the main covers that come out that are on the shelf and grab one of them. I'm not going hard on this. I mean, it sounds like a cool storyline. There's a kind of like a war between these 2 different factions or versions of the Sinister Six or whatever.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of really just unnecessary shit with Kindred that I don't need. Like, that feels like it would have been the story if they would have just left the storyline at these 2 different warring Sinister Sixes. Like, that would have been good. I would have been cool with that. The stuff with Kindred and everything, I'm just so played out on it.
Same. I think we've spoken about this quite a few times, but on my end, just because I'm a Spidey fan, I think I grabbed literally one of every regular cover that's coming out, meaning like the regular and the variants through FOC, no exclusives, except for this one that Newbie put up, because it's not my thing. But about this story, I don't know if anyone took the time to read Amazing Spider-Man 70 yet, so it pretty much set up where it's headed. There was something weird in there with Osborns. I think there's like 3 Osborns we need to get explanation on. It was whack. But the story, I think this entire story is gonna tie into the ending of ASM at issue 75 or 74.
Yeah, for sure.
Because we all know we're getting Ben Reilly, so I do think this, maybe it's not going to be a key, but it will obviously lead the way into that. So
yeah, Ben Reilly, man. I know somebody's going to be very happy about it. I know Keys is a big fan of him. Keys has been looking for that first appearance of that book for a very long time. So yeah, and once he shows up, yeah, I think there's room for him. I think that's a character that I could totally see being super popular. I think everybody's just so.
I mean, room. Yeah, sure. There's room for him. There's fucking 37 Spider-Man already. Of course, there's room for him.
Yeah,
but they don't really need to take away Peter Parker.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I think Peter needs a break, dude. The story is getting very stagnant. Like, if you look at this entire Spencer run,
or is it?
Sorry?
Is it the story, or is it Peter Parker, or is it the stories that we're getting with Peter Parker right now?
I think the reason why we're getting these stories is because, like, how much more can we go through right now? You know what I mean? Let's develop more. I keep, like, if I see Osborn one more time, like, I'm losing it. You know what I mean? Like, it's redundant. It's just my opinion. But
James Tinian's telling you to hold his beer right now on fucking Batman.
yeah. But yeah, exactly.
Well, let's switch gears here and let's go to probably one of the books that if you missed out on the first print, you're probably going to go and get this one. We were talking about it when I showed you guys this, but this is the second print. And realistically, if you look at it, there's not much difference. So if you're going to buy it on the secondary market, you got to be very careful because you don't want to be sold a second print with a first print price. Okay. I don't even know what the first print is going for now, but it's probably going to have lower print run than this one. I mean, let's face it. If you missed out on that one, you're going to grab this one. I didn't grab this one. I'm not grabbing it. I'm okay with just having the first print, especially when there's nothing different about it. Like I can't even see what the difference is in the color or whatever. It's
the font.
Yeah, it's the font, right?
It's a recolor. It's yellow, right?
Yeah.
That and obviously
I think it was white before.
It literally says second print next to his foot, so just don't.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a recolor, whatever.
Yeah, I don't care too much.
I hate recolors.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't even think a lot of people cared when this came out. I mean,
but hey, yo, it's a first appearance of your boy
Harley Keener.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Newbie, aren't you stacking this? Come on, man. Harley Keener.
I picked up 4 copies of the first print, and I only have 1 left, and like I'm okay with it. Yeah, I'm okay. So I'm not grabbing this one because so many people are gonna have this one. Like if you talk about anything with like print run, this, that, boom, boom, boom. Number 1 is gonna be, the first print is gonna be the winner. So
yeah,
I'm kind of staying away from it. If this one comes my way, it's there, it's in good shape, maybe, but like I'm not chasing it. I'm not doing that. So
man, you're supposed to be the Iron Man guy too.
Dude, I got an Iron Man 3 poster in my comic room. So I think, my loyalty.
I know you should like fucking frame it with Webo Spider-Man #1s.
Okay, guys, no lie. After our last show that we did together this week, we were talking about Iron Man 3, the movie, and like there was a few people obviously shitting on it. So I'm like, fuck, it's been so long. It's been so long. I'm like, I just want to rewatch it and see. You know what I mean? So I get off the show. Man. No, hold up. I get off the show. I get on my couch and I turn it on. I swear to God, it's the best sleep I've ever had in the last fucking like. But
you made it. You made it through that first Mandarin scene, right?
Yeah, but it's always there. It's always at that part, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's not talk about that. All right. Symbiotes. We got one more to talk about. I know Carnage has got all the hype right now, but Scream #1. I will say this right now. That copy on the right, that's a dope cover. Like that is a great cover.
Hyper, if you're still here, it's a connecting.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. Actually, I was just about to ask. Like, do you think that's a connecting or something? Because it's kind of got
they're doing a connecting across the whole, event or whatever. And it's actually not that bad because it's only supposed to be like 8 issues, but it's a Carnage centered event, so how big is it going to be?
This is a straight cover buy. If like for me personally, it would just be a straight cover, and like I'm trying to avoid those right now, so I'm probably going to leave this on the shelf.
Well, I'm probably going to grab it, but hey, whatever.
No spoilers, but I think Taskmaster is getting the Mandarin treatment. Just saying. No, I haven't seen Black Widow yet. I haven't seen it. So we'll see.
I think I can see what you're saying, and I think I can see that too.
I will say though, the reason why I agree is because immediately after the movie dropped, I went on Facebook and every single group marketplace, people are just pumping out those Avengers First Taskmaster, and I'm like, damn.
Dude, I had like 3 copies of that like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and even then I was like, man, if people want to pay $50 for this, fine. Because what people don't realize is like 2 years ago, that book was like a $5 book in any bin.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah, so I don't know. I saw this crazy post where this guy was like, oh, I'm loving how people are selling this in 2 years' time. Like people will be dying to buy this back or whatever. And I'm like, I don't think so. But we'll see. We'll see. Somebody tried to compare Taskmaster to Cable, where they're like, dude, look at what happened with Cable's book. That'll happen with this one. And I was like,
Yep.
No, I don't think so, man. But hey, it is what it is.
So let us know when you watch this movie.
Yeah. I'm planning to watch it tomorrow. So
I can see people possibly wanting to get it back in a couple of years, but I mean,
right now, yeah.
Sell it now because it's about to be a $2 book. Empire saying, just watch Black Widow today. I was surprised. I loved it. All right. Well, nobody ruined it. Please, nobody ruin it for me. So, why did the Newbie comics not go to the Black Widow? Oh man, is this a joke? I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. Really good question.
All right, sticking with Marvel here. We got Champions number 8. Why do we bring this up? Well, last week we had 4 covers, but this is a Peach Momoko one.
Didn't you shit on these covers last week?
What's that?
Didn't you shit on these covers last week?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm not a fan of them at all, but we know people are going to be picking it up and doing the sets and all that stuff. So
for sure,
I put it up. I'm just not a fan of the wasted space. Like I get what they're trying to go for, but I'm just And I actually had somebody message me last week being like, "Newbie, I thought you liked those white covers." I do, but like there's so much negative space there. So I don't know. I'm just not a fan.
Well, I mean, she's got a fan following up, and some of them are pretty good. Like this Nova's dope. So,
yeah, I'll be honest with you guys. I'm probably gonna get heat here, but I'm not a big Momoko fan.
Oh, dude, neither am I. No, we're good.
It's hit or miss. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, I mean, she is for me too, but
yeah,
I mean that's most artists. So.
Yeah.
Hey, anything against her?
Hey, Moonlit. There you go. There you go. I agree.
Nothing against her. I don't have anything bad to say about her. It's just not my thing. You know what I mean? Like, and I get it. You can make $1. Be everywhere while your name is hot. Totally, 100%. I do the same thing, but I'm just not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of like what they're doing, and that's okay. Like that is totally fine. I pay my taxes, so I'm entitled to my opinion.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah,
you would have your own YouTube channel.
Some people like it, so
Yeah, for sure.
All right. This is where face shines, but we got.
This is the only place.
Shut up, man! You shine a lot of places. All right, we got DC Comics and we got Action Comics annual number. Let me try that again. Action Comics annual 2021 number 1. That's as much information I can give you.
Next.
Serious? Oh shit! Okay.
No, I'm just kidding, man. No, it's a story that's gonna kind of sort of bring the House of L, which was Future State Superman storyline that they did with his, I think, if I remember right, it was like his grandkids or something like that. Brings them back into play. So,
is it the first appearance so that DC can kind of keep that.
It's not their first appearance, but there's not been a whole lot of stuff about them or anything like that. So it's possible there could be first appearances. I don't want to rule it out or anything, but who knows? Yeah, it's hard to say because it's a story about new characters, so you really don't know what you're gonna get. I don't think it's a direct continuation of the story that they were in before, but.
Face, I thought you were gonna pick it up just because at the end it says to prepare yourself for a little romance as well, So,
well, that was actually what sold me on grabbing it. So
there you go.
That's why of course, why I added it to the pull list. I mean,
everybody needs some love in their life, man. Everybody. So,
of course.
All right. This is an ongoing series that I'm sorry. I just don't care for it. And I get it, it's Batman, whatever, but we got Detective Comics 1039. That's it. That's all I got.
I mean, Detective has been pretty decent lately. It's not been as good of a run, or as a fan favorite of a run as the running Batman, but it's been solid in its own right. It hasn't been, definitely grabbing the attention like Batman has with, the new characters and everything.
Yeah.
And then of course now they started this thing, now where there's a second story in every issue. So I think this one's the Huntress this time or something like that. So
yeah.
Not something I'm grabbing, man.
Yeah, same. Don't turn to me for detective. Batman, I'm all for, but detective,
yeah,
it's a pass.
Nothing here, man. But I can't even. I think the last DC title that I picked up was first appearance of Red X. So what was that? Teen Titans Future State. So
That's a good book.
Been a while. In a while.
Yeah.
Base, I know you're grabbing this one, but this one also has a few covers. But we got the Joker number 5.
Yeah. See, like I said, every now and then I do grab exclusives, and I've definitely grabbed several exclusives from this. But I'm a big fan of the Joker. And I've liked this miniseries so far. It's been really good. So after introducing, Vengeance, you haven't really got much as far as like new characters or anything to spec on, but it's a really good story for sure.
Grab that Batman Urban Legends 5 spoiler. The Wildcats are back.
Yeah, they're bringing Zealot in apparently. So definitely.
Nightwing is good.
Nightwing's been fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, all right. Now the others. We got Bunny Mask. Yeah, I said Mask Bunny, but Bunny Mask number 2. There's 2 covers, I believe. This one's going to be a very tough 9/8 to find, but obviously the success that the first one
cover
had.
For number 1, though. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's number 2.
Was it
number 2?
Yeah, this is number 2.
This is number 2, dude.
Number 1 did have a cover very similar. It was like a cutout, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's one
2.
that was real like that for number 1. Very similar.
It's even got that 2 on the bottom left there.
That's weird, man. I'm pretty sure there's one.
It could be. Like, but definitely a book that a lot of people might be picking up. That second one. Again, you got to be on this one though. Like you have to make sure you're ordering this on your own because there's not going to be many copies of this at certain shops. There you go.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to get that one since it's matches the cover from number 1. Like it's gonna be a set now. I'm gonna have to get it.
I thought number 1 had a little bit of green on it. That's what I was.
I don't remember them. Yeah, I think it's like a cutout or something like that. Yeah, like somebody. I think Black Crown just said that. That sounds familiar. So.
Yep.
Yeah, everybody's saying
that definitely. Yeah, it definitely looks very similar to that. So now I'm gonna have to grab that one to match it.
Yeah. Tim is saying Joker book should never have a thought bubble above his head. Interesting. All right. Before we move on, guys, you guys know how we do. We do the Newbie Dynamite pick of the week. Last week, Face had one. This week, Face does not have one. Well, I'm sure he does, but he didn't send it to me, so he does not get to say which one it is. Guys, in no particular reason why. This is just a straight cover, but Newbie pick of the week right here is the Red Sonja number 3. Mm-hmm. No, that's not a tattoo. That is blood on her arm and her leg. But dude, I'm telling you, if this girl came up to me and said, "You need to fight with me," yeah, sure. Where are we going? Where are we going? That's kind of what I'm saying. But yeah, this is my cover of the week, or Dynamite pick of the week rather. So yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one, I think. So yeah. So guys, we're gonna go news, and then we're gonna go into some Loki stuff. So hopefully the popcorn is still cold or warm. I was gonna say the popcorn cold. The popcorn warm. The Corona's cold. So yeah, let me just get that.
And cold popcorn. That's the way you want to go for sure.
That's wild.
Dude, you know, sometimes that cold movie popcorn was pretty good though. If you ever have popcorn at the end of the movie and you're walking out and you're eating it, I love that shit, man. So
okay, serious question: do you bring it home for the next day?
No. It kind of makes it.
That's wild.
That's stale.
Yeah, it just makes it to outside, dude. That's it.
It grows bacteria and shit.
Bacteria, man. Oh fuck! All right, comic news. There was a lot of news. I mean, obviously CGC going video games. What was the other big one? I forget, but I know that it was big, and I didn't put it. So there could be some stuff that we missed. But hey, there's news all the time, guys. So big shout outs also to Mr. Guy Forge. Just had to stop by and say what's up. I'm still celebrating Newbie. Oh, I know. Trust me, I know. I was thinking about you guys. I got a lot of Italian friends, so. I know. Yeah. All right. Let's get it going. I don't know, Newbie. I like cold popcorn. So, boom. There you go, Face. There's people out there.
Okay. No, that's fine.
It's just like people who like cold pizza, I think. It's the same thing. I don't know. All right. First up, and I kind of posted about this, but if you are a big fan of She-Hulk, you kind of already know this because it happens in the comics. But rumors are that she is going to be breaking the fourth wall, similar to Deadpool. I think this is a great thing for the show, personally, because it's going to be an interesting show. We've never we've seen Hulk, but this is a female version, obviously, duh. But it's just going to be very interesting on how they do this. I think it's a great way to kind of let her kind of let the crowd get into it and kind of see what she's going with. Loving this vibe. I approve of this 100%.
Same. I really hope they do it exactly like Deadpool because I think it was perfectly executed. Not too much, you know what I mean? Just key moments where he looked at the camera and broke that wall. I think it's gonna be awesome, man.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's gonna be great. I hate, and I've heard it's said so many times over the last few weeks since they broke the news and everything. I guess, and I understand the why why it gets phrased that way, but when people make that comparison with her in Deadpool. No, it would be Deadpool did that shit like She-Hulk.
Oh yeah,
She-Hulk was doing it way before Kevin.
Oh yeah, yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
So it's just a pet peeve of mine because when you look at just the MCU, it looks like Deadpool was the character that started that. But yeah, no, She-Hulk was definitely the one that was breaking the fourth wall first in the comics.
Yeah, and if you want to go even further, I mean, Zach Morris was doing it before Deadpool too.
Yeah, that's true.
If you don't know who Zach Morris is, Google it. All right, I don't got the time to explain who Zach Morris is,
and we don't want to do that explanation anyway.
But yeah, this is definitely going to be very interesting. Great way to kind of get her introduced. I mean, we already know that Matt Murdock might show up. We already know that Mark Ruffalo will be in it. So it's just going to be a very interesting show. Hopefully it's not 6 episodes and it kind of gets fun, but this is definitely a fun way to get the character rolling and get her very popular.
Lots of cameos.
Yeah, lots of cameos.
Mephisto's going to show up.
Yeah. I'm interested to see that one for the street level characters, right? So your Punisher, your Daredevil, your all those characters. I'm going to be looking out for
Mephisto.
A lot of things, yeah. Also, there could be a possibility of Oscorp or Norman kind of being in there, but that's kind of my dark.
Yeah,
my dark horse.
It's possible. Roxanne's another good one.
Yeah, I personally think we just might get Ross at the end of this series, maybe turning a certain different color, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that could be.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. But
see some Red Hulk.
I actually have a crazy pick, but I mean, look, when we get to the Loki stuff, I mean, people were saying I was crazy for saying the character that I thought. If you go back a few weeks ago, I had said this character, and people were like, no, man, I don't see it. Lo and behold, this week, ever since Wednesday, people are like, whoa, it could be this character, right? So it's just it's so funny because you never know, right? And that's what makes it good. That's what makes it fun, is that you never know. Yeah. And it's okay. So, All right. This one's interesting. Kevin Feige discusses Marvel's revamped approach to contracts. So they're going to kind of get a little bit more tight with it. They don't want to let people know what's going on, and I think that that's kind of cool. You guys already know, Marvel is they don't like people leaking a lot of shit. Tom Holland, notorious for it, Mark Ruffalo, and now Molina. Apparently Feige got in.
Oh yeah,
not in, like he was kind of pissed.
He threw shade. He threw shade.
Kind of ruined some stuff for Spider-Man. So of course this is going to change the way they do contracts and the way they do projects. So it is what it is. I think that this is also something important to note that while I don't want to touch on it too much, but it could also have to do with things like because of what happened with Chadwick Boseman and things like that too, right? Like they have to look at the contract, like they can't have somebody on their contract for like ever and like medical, like things like that. So this was going to happen, but I also feel like you're going to probably get, you're not going to get as much information on like the length of contracts or how long the projects are. I think that's the one thing that stood out for me, and that's always been something that I've looked at when a character kind of comes in, because it makes me think like Black Knight, he's going to be around for at least 4 projects, right? Yeah. So you kind of can bank on that book growing, and you see how it is, right? So now if they're taking that information away, it kind of makes it more interesting, more of a gamble when you're like speccing on books and investing, right?
But see, I don't know the fine details behind their contracts, but in a situation where you've got like, let's say Tom Holland, who can't keep his lips sealed, or Molina as well, I think Feige's salty simply because they're under Sony contract, if I'm not mistaken, right? So doesn't that change things for them? They can say
I don't know. I don't know if Holland.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm sure it plays.
I don't know. I think the contract thing is significantly less important with seeing that Black Widow can be at least somewhat successful, because now it opens up the possibility of doing like prequel movies. They don't necessarily have to approach their movie making in as linear a fashion as they have in the past, I guess, maybe, because they've done a couple movies as far as prequels, but it was like it was Captain Marvel when she was starting her own thing, or stuff like that. So that one might not have been as successful, but Black Widow's seemingly so far pretty successful. I mean, people are liking it. It's apparently selling fairly well. So, I think it opens up more potential. The contracts, I don't know, man. Yeah, it could just be something they're just changing.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense on their end, especially with like people leaking out and people revealing shit. Also,
I think it was one of those things too, where it was never one of those things that they really had to worry about before, because nobody gave a shit how long somebody signed a contract for.
Yeah. But now it's got a lot of investment implications, right? So like you never know, right? Yeah, and I kind of leaked out that information like months ago, where people were like, "Man, you do that?" I was like, "Yeah, man, that's the best way to know like if this investment's going to be worth it, right?" So you kind of have to do some research sometimes. So all right. Black Widow star says, watch closely for hints about Winter Guard's existence. Again, I put this on here because I was under the impression last week I was going to watch it first thing on Friday. I still haven't watched it, so I don't know anything about this. So if it's okay with you guys, I want to skip it. I don't want to talk about it because like I don't want people talking about it. I don't want the movie ruined for me. So as long as you guys are cool, I'm going to skip it. Also, I'm just gonna skip it. So
it's a group of Marvel characters that may or may not show up in Black Widow in some form. So there you go.
But I still don't want to. It's it's knowing that she's dead, but like I'm still gonna watch this movie. Things like that. All right, final piece of news. There's a report that Daredevil will appear in She-Hulk. I mean, like I said earlier when we just talked about She-Hulk, I don't think this is news at all. But this is going to get that book that I talked about when Daredevil and She-Hulk meet is going to go up in price because you're going to need a few books to go up in price and spec. So that one's going to be a good one, and that one's going to go up. Well, when's the show come out? Next summer, I think. So look for that time that, that first meeting. And let's be real, the first meetings, first team-ups, it's kind of like hot right now. So who knows what it looks like in like a few months, but could be a book to be on lookout for.
Yeah, I mean, this is cool. And it's a match that made sense. They're both lawyers, so seems like it would kind of make sense that they might cross paths somewhere. So cool that they're bringing back Charlie Cox to, I guess reprise that role. That's something else that I think's awesome about it. Obviously we're not going to see the continuation of like the Netflix series or anything like that, but it opens up the possibility of him, doing other projects as Daredevil. So yeah, it's definitely gonna make his books be looked at again by a lot of collectors for sure.
But do you think he stays within the MCU, Charlie Cox?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know what capacity though. Like, I don't see him having his own show. I don't see him having his own movie again. I feel like he's just going to be one of those characters that they kind of bring in with like possibly a Moon Knight, possibly a Punisher, somewhere, Luke Cage, even somewhere around there. She-Hulk, if they get a second or third season. And then if it's successful enough and it's still something that people are watching, I think he could eventually get his own movie.
Because the fight scenes in that show were amazing. Like there was that staircase scene. I loved it.
Yeah, it was really good.
The biggest pawn to fall for me, this is going to be weird to say, but like one of the biggest things that would make me feel like Daredevil is coming is the introduction to Kingpin in the MCU.
Yeah.
I think once I see Kingpin, I think that kind of opens up a lot of possibilities. I think of like Oscorp, I think of Green Goblin, I think of Daredevil. I just think of all this stuff that could possibly happen. So for me, I'm just waiting for Kingpin to kind of show up.
I hope they bring back Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yo, he nailed it. I loved him.
Yeah,
has there been any word on that? Like, there's been zero news about that, right?
Well, apparently Marvel's getting tight on their contracts. So I guess we're not going to know much.
Yeah. Funny guy.
Yeah, I just heard the news here.
That's true. All right. Well, everybody is kind of not to say that we've stopped talking about it, but there is something that a lot of people have been talking about for the past couple of weeks. And guys, I know you guys have been talking about it because we've been talking about it, and it's not the Dynamite pick of the week.
It's Red Sonja.
Jeez. But it's Loki episode 5. Lot to talk about. I want to get your thoughts so far. Like, obviously, this next episode is going to be like the reveal. It's probably going to make a book spike a lot. BC, we were talking before the show.
Yeah, man.
And if people don't remember, I had said on this show, and I think another show, The Living Tribunal. I talked about Strange Tales 158. Strange Tribunal. The Living Tribunal could be in play, could be in effect. People laughed. They said, oh, Kang. I don't know, man. There's been a lot of heat on that book this week. A lot of people are saying, oh, it could be Living Tribunal. You never know, especially when you take into consideration that, I forget the guy's name playing Kang, but he's come out and said he's not in the show at all.
Do you want my take on this? Is that where we're going? Okay, so definitely it's not going to be Kang. It'll be Kang in some form. I do agree that Tribunal is definitely the possibility, and I think it's probably where they'll go. If not, runner-up who I see being at 100% is Immortus, and the reason being is because currently in the show, which I'm going to put it out there, episode 5 for me is the best one of the series so far.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. First of all, this show is really 5 episodes because that 3rd episode was garbage.
100%. 100%. But
continue.
So here's why I'm saying Immortus, because they're at the end of the timeline, and technically that's where Immortus is always hiding, right at the end of the timeline. And plus, Kang always wants to just conquer the timeline, right? The castle kind of looks like Chronopolis, and there's multiple Lokis, so I do see multiple Kangs making their appearance, right? So that's where I'm going with this. I'm gonna say Immortus. Newbie's going with Tribunal. I think one of us will be right, that's for sure. But we'll see.
Yeah. You know what? I don't even care.
It makes more sense to say that. Like, your pick makes more sense, obviously, but like I'm just thinking like they've gone left on every show they've done so far. Like, they've gone left with Wanda, they've gone left with Cap or Falcon and Winter Soldier. So like, why not keep it going? So that's just kind of where my thought process was when I made the pick at the beginning of the show too. So,
but either way, it's going to be one or the other, or maybe even someone totally different, right? Because we're not going to get Kang. We're going to get a version of Kang.
Given Marvel's track record, it's probably going to be fucking Loki. Some of Loki.
I've heard that theory, and I'm like, man, I don't like that. I think that would just be a cop-out, but I don't know. It's going to be
because, see, this is the thing. Everybody has went into every single Marvel series so far expecting some, big bad that, they did it with Mephisto and WandaVision. Obviously, Power Broker, who that was theorized to be and everything was a big thing in, Falcon and Winter Soldier. And here we have, again, we're talking about, obviously, Living Tribunal, Immortus, Mephisto. So some version of Loki makes most sense to me.
Yeah. Well, I'm interested to get. So I got a few slides here, and I'm interested to get you guys' opinion. But obviously, Loki finally makes a friend. We find out that Owen Wilson's character Mobius is still around. Yeah. The one takeaway from this is the line that Loki said. He goes, what are you going to do? Mobius now is trying to burn it down. He goes, I'm going to burn it down to the ground, and then he kind of takes that time thing and goes back in. We don't know where he goes, but he goes back. Who's to say what kind of role he has? But obviously, he's going to have a big role or a continuing role at some point with TVA, the timeline, multiverse. So we will see him down the road. What happens with that Fantastic Four 353 book? Who knows? But Loki now has somebody he can kind of count on. Yeah. That's the big thing that I took away from this.
But don't forget that Loki's not his favorite Loki. He did drop a line to the other Loki.
So
man, get the Mobius, not Morbius. I didn't say Morbius. I said Mobius. I spelt it Morbius. That's the problem.
So. There it is. But okay, regardless, it was a nice little thing where he like looks at Sylvie and he's like, "You're my favorite." And I was like, "Oh, there you go."
Yeah. So we'll see. I thought this was important. I think the big turnaround, the takeaway rather, was that Loki now has a friend. He has somebody that he can count on.
They both do. They both
that way. So yeah. So that's interesting to me because it just makes me feel like both of them have something in the future. So
they're gonna kill him in the next episode.
Don't say that, man. Don't say that. Next is something that me and Face were kind of talking about, and everybody. But when the preview came out months ago, even a year ago or whatever, we all thought it was going to be different versions of Loki. It is not. That's obviously a different variant. That is not the same Loki. This guy is short-lived. I don't know what that price is on that boat Loki #1 is now, but I'm actually happy that I changed my mind and sold mine for $75 because I don't think that's going to be a $75 book anymore.
No.
Yeah, I don't think so. Either. It's just a cool version of him, but if anything was going to show up in the show, it was probably only going to be a version of him. So it's still, I don't know. It's still a cool cover. I like it. I've got it. Wasn't planning to sell it at any point in time just because I like the cover, but
it's a nice cover. It's not a $75 cover for me.
No.
But I will tell you after the MCU's version of Vote Loki, man, Crocodile Loki stole the show between the two of them.
Yes.
100%.
100%.
He lost it.
100%, man. Yeah.
That's alligator Loki.
There you go.
Yeah, and the price is going to cool down. So I mean, if you're in the if you have the issue that Face does where you love that cover, I mean, don't buy it right now. Just wait 2 weeks from now where Loki is not in your face, it's not hot, then you'll be able to you'll be able to grab it unless there's some crazy ending that happens in Wednesday's show, but I don't see it happening. I think that you're smart to kind of just wait if you want to buy it. Let's sell it now because the prices that you can get are not going to be the prices you're going to get in like a week or two.
But I think what was actually impressive was the power of the OG Loki.
That was awesome.
That scene, I was like, this felt like a real MCU movie at that point. It was so cool.
Yeah. I'm not near my phone. My phone is charging. I'm at work right now, so it's kind of in like another way. So yeah, that's probably why I'm not seeing it. So I'll do my best to kind of like jump over there. And then the castle. Everybody thinking it's Kang. Everybody's kind of doing their information in certain books with where's this castle from? Who is it? Who could possibly be there? Blah 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 blah. You guys kind of got our picks. I mean, the Living Tribunal, Immortus, things like that. For all we know, it could be like Ramatut too. Like, don't forget him. I mean, I know it's different, but things can happen. I'm still kind of betting that Marvel goes left here.
Mm-hmm.
The superior Loki.
Yeah.
I think that's just a pop out. I think that's just too easy.
I'll be honest with you, I'd be pissed as shit. Like, I would lose it.
Yeah.
But I mean,
who would be surprised?
Why would you be mad?
Who would you be like, what the fuck? Like, who would your head just go nuts if it was a character?
Honestly, it would be the Loki who died by Thanos' hand.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, he's dead, so.
Yeah, but is he dead? Like, I don't know. Like, that was the only thing I'd see possible if they're gonna do a Loki that exists in time. It's that particular
Wait a minute.
Loki.
Yo, wait a minute. This just okay, hold on.
Oh god, here we go.
No, hold on. Keep in mind, right? This all ties in. Keep in mind that Sylvie tells Loki that she can do anything that she can, and he can do anything that the other Lokis can. I don't know if you guys caught that, right?
Yep.
Because he could enchant the purple thing, right?
Yep.
Okay. Keep in mind though, one of the lines that sticks out from that like dorky looking Loki, that older guy, he said that he made what do they call it? Like
you called him the dorky looking Loki?
Yeah, that's what I'm calling. He made a projection that was so real that they couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And they even said, they're like, yo, when I was on the ship, Thanos didn't kill me because of that. So who's to say that didn't happen, right? Like it could be like because if he's got the powers of Sylvie, then why doesn't he could have the other powers of the other ones too, right? So
but that's where I'm going is if they're gonna use a particular Loki, it has to be that Loki who was part of our timeline that got killed. You know what I mean? That's the only way. Otherwise, if they go some other route, I think people are going to be disappointed.
So hold the fuck on. You want me to buy that this Loki who went through a whole redemption arc enough to get choked the fuck out by Thanos has just suddenly lost it again and decided he's going to go full on villain and I'm supposed to be
Or it was projection though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, maybe he just didn't want to die and here he is conquering the timeline.
But even if it was a projection at that point, he was still turning good before that.
Yeah.
He was still doing, he still had.
How many times does he go in and out? How many times does he go in and out? It's just that's Loki.
Yeah, that just doesn't make a whole lot of sense for that character arc at all.
For sure, but I'm just saying, if there's any Loki, this is the only way I see it being done. Like possibly,
it would also invalidate any redemption done by any of the fucking Lokis in this series. Because
100%.
now it could just be a big joke. So,
but
this is gonna be this is probably gonna be a hashtag dorky Loki.
Oh God, I hope not.
Oh, fuck. Okay, seriously, it's gonna be a female Kang or female Immortus.
No more female, please, God.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, it could be, and Chef, no disrespect on the pick. I just think, I don't know. Hey, it could be. I mean, I'll be the first one to like message you and be like, dude, you were right. Yo, congratulations. So that is what it is. Speaking of Easter eggs, I mean, this one was probably the one that stuck out the most. Yeah. Actually, if you look closely too, it says T365, paying homage to Thor 365, obviously, because that is the first appearance of Throng. I think I said it right. Throg, whatever. Frog, whatever.
Yeah, there's
listening to Cisco lately, aren't you, bro?
What's that?
I said you're listening to Cisco lately, aren't you, bro?
But yeah, this book still hasn't really spiked that much because I was looking at this book about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, and it was still relatively where the prices are for like a 9.8 are right now. So like, I don't know if people are still kind of late on it, if there's just zero interest, whatever the case may be. Maybe they think it's dead spec, but I mean, it's surprising to me.
Yeah. The way, go ahead, Face, go ahead.
I mean, it's a cool character, but I don't know what they would do with him as far as I don't think you're gonna see it. I just don't foresee a Throg movie or anything like that.
No.
I could see an appearance. So, I mean, no real reason to get excited until I guess he does make that actual appearance or something like that.
Yeah. On my end, sincerely, like I'm not gonna lie, I totally marked out. I freaked out when I saw him hopping. I was like, no, that's so sick. But I don't think it's gonna go any further than this. We might see him in the MCU again, making more cameos, but it'll probably be kind of like Howard the Duck, dude. You know what I mean? Guardians of the Galaxy.
Think?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna. He's not gonna come forth as a character that's gonna be much important in the MCU. I don't think so. I didn't spot Howard the Duck until I watched until I watched Endgame like 9 times, dude. And he was in the lineup at the end. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, but I think he goes up there at the end.
But that's what I'm saying is I think he's going to continue to be it, like just some random cameos here and there. But I don't see him. I don't ever see him being like a main focus in the MCU. Like maybe for a scene or something, but that's about it.
He's got the potential to join the Guardians team at some point.
Yeah, that could work.
But yeah, I mean, I could see that. But other than that, yeah, I don't really know.
I don't think we're going to get another
Howard Duck movie.
But I think Guardians is the last movie, like for the Guardians. Like the
last one, maybe that James Gunn is doing, maybe.
That lineup in that team. But I will let you guys know that a 9.8 for this book is 100 Canadian.
4?
So it's 400 Canadian, yeah.
Damn.
Oh wow.
And 2 months ago, like when I was looking for it, thinking, if I could get a 9.8 for like $100, a 9.8 then was still going for like, I think it was like 310, 320, somewhere around there. So I mean, let's face it, a 9.8 in pretty much anything is a $200 book. Yeah. There it has some legs on it that kind of carries it to that $300 and $400 range, and that's kind of where it sits. So,
I mean, I think I probably grab this in a raw first.
I wouldn't grab this in a 9.8 for $400. There's just too many books out there I'd rather have over this. So, we'll see.
For sure.
And we got 3 more, but we got the Thanos Chopper, which is 1 hilarious, but 2 like. I always look at that comic one and think, man, Thanos is so big and that helicopter is so small. Like, just, yeah.
It's cool. I don't know. I mean,
does this give you any indication that you might like? I think we're going to see him, but like, does this give you any indication to anything? You're, like a spec, something that you're like kind of hoping for, or what?
No, not a lot of hope, because that Thanos was pretty inept. He probably gets eaten by Aliel.
Yeah, I don't see it. If I remember reading the article when I had seen the Easter egg, I went to check up more Easter eggs, and it was saying something like it was from a Spidey book of like some Spider adventure.
Like they legit arrest.
Yeah.
Like take him away in handcuffs. Like that would ever fucking happen.
So I just think it's an alternate timeline Thanos that lost at this point in the Loki. Like, I think it was just to put it there to like get people like us, tripping out.
Dude, it's crazy though, because like the amount of pictures I got afterwards for like, yo, did you check this out? Did you see this one? Like, for example, this next one and final one, but that Yellow Jacket one, I didn't see that until yesterday, man. Like, I was like, wait, what? And somebody was like, yeah, man, it's Yellow Jacket. Boom. It could be. It kind of, you know what it looks like more so than Yellow Jacket? It looks like from Beast Wars, Waspinator.
Well, I'm pretty sure
that's what it looks like more than Yellow Jacket. So
all kinds of licensing problems there.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of what it looked like.
I will say, I personally feel like in the MCU, Yellow Jacket has the most savage kill out of every villain. Do you guys remember the scene in Ant-Man when he just turns that guy into goo in the washroom and flushes him? That's the most. Yo, that was savage as hell.
But see, this was this is a thing too, where like, okay, so whatever that was attached to would have been a variant or whatever, you know what I mean? They got pruned potentially, so some variant version of Yellow Jacket.
But this could be the place where like we could get these answers in Ant-Man, right? Like, especially knowing that when they get pruned, they go here, and that's what those Loki said and everything like that. So like, pretty much anybody that's been zapped or pruned like that, this is where they're going to be. So that leads me to think that Yellow Jacket, when I try to connect all the dots for like from the rumors that the Wasp character tweeted out and then deleted and things, it all makes sense now, especially with Kang and stuff like that. So like, this to me makes 100% sense.
You gotta wonder what made him a variant. Right.
Well, hear me out, dude. Ant-Man and Wasp, they started playing with the quantum realm. Maybe there's a alternate universe where Yellow Jacket was doing such ties to Kang, dude. You know what I mean?
That makes sense. Could be.
Yeah. It's definitely
because with him entering the quantum realm, there's all kinds of weird shit that he could do in time, and everything like that. So,
but again, this could be Marvel just poking fun, planting it there to get people talking, but that could make sense.
It's funny though, because like when I looked at all these Easter eggs, I was kind of like, I think I said it to one of my coworkers, because he's like in the comics, and he's more into the shows than the comics, but he's like, dude, the way you like analyze this stuff is like the way, because he's like very into space. That's all mine, but he's like, dude, this is like the way I picture people analyzing like the Mars pictures, right? Like with like all the stones and stuff and like ancient aliens and shit like that. Like, he's like, that's kind of how you analyze these pictures. I'm like, in a way you kind of have to, right? Like, you have to look at what's in the background. You have to know, because there are a lot of hints that they give you. And unfortunately, we're in that, we're in this world where Marvel does that purposely. And if you can catch some, I mean, sometimes it makes certain books jump. Sometimes it makes certain books go crazy, but sometimes it's just for fun.
Yep. And you want to be ahead of the game, man. That's all it is. You just want to make sure that you caught it, so you go to those dollar bins.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, most of it is just probably, just Easter eggs that may never show up or do anything, but who knows? It's nice to be able to think about the possibilities.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Newbie. What was that Sphinx thing? What was that?
So that is Kang related. So I guess I forgot to talk about that. Yeah, sorry. So yeah, that one is Kang related. But again, it could be any Sphinx, right? It could be anything. You know, here's the thing, and I also talk about this too because a lot of people know that I'm looking for Fantastic Four 19. I don't know, but it's like I even said like a few minutes ago where I'm like, yo, it could also be Ramatut, and that's kind of why I thought because like there are Sphinx in there, there are pyramids in there, so like who's to say? You never know, right? So. I don't know. If Ramatut's there, dude, I would not be surprised one bit. I'm just going to be pissed off because I'm not going to be able to afford the book because it's always been a book that I've wanted. So, yeah. And if you don't know who Ramatut is, he's Kang. He's Immortus. They're all the same person. So,
pretty much, yeah.
It is what it is. So, so guys, I do want to let you guys know we're going to be changing up a few things. The spec portion of the show is going to be moved. I'm going to be doing the spec on an individual video and posting those on Thursday, which is going to leave more time for us to talk about news, more time to talk about community stuff, more time to talk about movies and shows and things like that. So the shows are going to be, usually we go like 2.5. Now they're going to be like an hour and a half, hour, somewhere around that hour and a half, hour and 40, somewhere around there. Because I'm just going to be doing the spec like that, and that's going to open it up though. Just for more conversation, things like that. So then that way we're not really just jam packing everything and kind of giving you guys a lot of information. So what I'm going to do is the spec is going to come out probably Wednesdays or Thursdays. I'm going to set a time though, because you guys know me. I like to be punctual. I like to have things, kind of on the same day. So we're going to be doing that. I was going to do some spec, but I'm just going to move it to Thursday. I'm going to give you guys that. Renos, if you're watching, you had posted 2 books. I'm not going to say which ones, but you posted 2 books that I was actually specking on. So you're ahead of the game already. It is Shang-Chi related, so I'll give you guys that. But so check that out on Thursday. With that said, guys, that's what's happening with us. Tuesday, we've got the first semifinal of Grail versus Grail. We have a special guest joining us, so that should be fun. BC is going to be there. Faith is going to be there. That show is a lot of fun. There's so many opinions on those books and those Grails, so it's always fun. But yeah, we're down to our final, 40 books, first semifinal, so that's going to be interesting. So that's going to be Tuesday, 9:35 p.m. Eastern time. It's pretty much all I have. Face, what do you got coming up? I know you got something coming up tomorrow, so why don't you talk about that?
Yeah, definitely. Tomorrow at 7, you can check us out over on my channel. Previously on, we have Dan Delatorre joining us, so it's going to be a great show. BC is going to be there for sure, Mr. Key Issues, and we're working on some on some other things that hopefully we'll be able to announce pretty soon. So yeah.
Dope. And BC, I want to tell you, appreciate you tuning, coming on, last weekend, this week, making your debut. So you're going to be around for a bit. So I appreciate you being on, man. A lot of fun, easy to talk to, and we have to keep the Canadian to American ratio up. Thanks for that. But yeah, do you have anything coming up outside of what you're doing with Face that you want the people to know?
Not much right now. I'm just enjoying this ride, man. It's a blast. I get all hyped tuning in with joining you, of course, and then Monday nights with Face, and then I'm being ping pong between you guys, so it's kind of a good time. But I do want to put something out there, guys. Now, everybody in the chat, pay close attention. I want to show you just how fast the internet really is when it comes to newbie characters. So check this little photo I just got, yo. You ready for this, newbie?
This is gonna be great.
We got the masked bunny from the
we have it. The masked bunny. That is awesome.
Yo, that's a first appearance.
No time wasted.
No, the internet is savage. It is undefeated. The internet is undefeated.
And you know exactly who that was, yo. That was Hyper. Hyper is still around, guys. Hyper ain't gone nowhere.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you for that.
Hey, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna get him.
Do it.
Oh shoot! Where?
Yo, I've been here giggling for like the last 10 minutes, man. I'm just doing this, like looking down.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Keep talking for a second.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Hold on. All right. Hype. I hope you're here, man.
I guess parting words is if you're too broke to buy comics, visit your local library.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I tried to go.
Just get us out of here. Just get us out of here. Classic.
Don't forget those parting words from our guy Hyper, guys. Never forget that, okay? That is something that's probably going to be like the next Live, Laugh, Love. That's going to be a neck tattoo somewhere. That's going to be a tattoo somewhere, okay?
Oh, sure.
Maybe, you know what? If somebody tattoos that,
No
maybe
regrets.
Hyper should like send a free comic or something. That should be the reward.
A free comic. They should get a free comic if they
Yo.
tattoo that.
For me, it's Face's reaction. What the fuck?
Dude, on my reaction, like I got it late. I was like, what? And you see me kind of thinking about it, and then my head goes, what? Like, yeah. But Face is like, like, what the fuck? Like, yeah.
I love it.
I was. I mean, I was.
Scary.
Wow, I was just. I had
That was
nothing else.
scary.
That's all I had.
I want to rewatch that like privately.
Let's do it one more time.
I guess my parting words is if you're too broke to buy comics, visit your local library.
What the fuck?
I don't know. I tried to go.
Just get us out of here. Just get us out of here.
Okay, I'm done.
Well, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. BC, Face, so much. You'll see Face, BC on Monday. You'll see the trio here on Tuesday. Like I always say, you know those books are out there. So keep searching. Later.
Peace.